This is the Forest of Ash, Lesson 5, Talismans, Amulets and Charms. There is always confusion over the difference between a talisman and an amulet, so hopefully we can clear this up for you now. Talisman, a magically charged object that attracts a desired energy. Talismans bring power and energy to the wearer. They can be made from anything from natural objects to pieces of parchment inscribed with symbols. I have a little square of paper, which I keep in my purse to bring abundance. On the paper, I have drawn symbols, which for me correspond with money. You may have a piece of jewellery or an item of clothing that gives you confidence or is for luck. Amulet, a magically charged object which deflects unwanted energy. Amulets have been used for protection for thousands of years to protect people's homes, crops, and their livestock. They probably have been made using natural objects like stones, animal bones, and teeth. Nowadays, we still need protection, especially those of us who work with energy, but we can use all sorts of objects like metals and gems that can be worn as jewellery. Even a knot in a piece of string could be used as an amulet, as the knot will trap the unwanted energy and keep us safe. Both talismans and amulets work by using sympathetic magic. Sympathetic magic works on the basis of like produces like. So this is where your own correspondences that we've been talking about all the way through the courses will really come into their own. If you are creating a talisman for luck, for example, you could possibly create it during a waxing moon to enhance the attraction magic. It may be green, as you see that as a lucky colour. If it is a natural object like a pebble, you may wish to draw a four-leaf clover or a similar symbol on it. There will be more about symbols in a later lesson. So you get the idea. You lay your correspondences to make it as meaningful as possible. The same rules apply to an amulet. You would probably create this on a waning moon if possible. Your amulet may be a black gemstone for protection, and you may burn sage to cleanse negative energies and place it through the flame of a black candle during its creation. You will need to charge both the talisman and the amulet with your intents. Charms. It's a common misconception that a charm is actually a magical object, but in fact it is the word spoken to enchant the object that is the actual charm. The word charm probably originates from either the Latin, which is carmen, which means incantation, song, lamentation, or the French charme, which means song. But words are transient and not believed to hold the same staying power as an actual object, and so lucky charms and bags came to be. When I think of a charm, I think of a charm bracelet, an excellent way to wear and have several different charms at once. Or maybe a horseshoe that hangs outside your door for luck. A charm is nearly always to bring good fortune your way, hence the term lucky charm. Charm bags. Recently, charm bags have become quite popular, and these are brilliant as you can put a lot of correspondences into the bag, such as the colour of the material it is made from, herbs, crystals, anything you can think of really. Charge each item as you put it into the bag to really layer up the energy that's going into it. Witch bottles. Witch bottles have been used for centuries, originally to protect against witches, but are now used as a kind of amulet or talisman. You would probably think that a witch's bottle would be made for protection, but they can be used to draw things like prosperity as well. It is all about your intent when you are making the bottle. To start, obtain a clear bottle or jar and put in items that you associate with your intent. For example, if you are making your bottle for prosperity, you could put in dried herbs that you associate with prosperity, a silver coin, sugar to bring sweetness into your life, a bit of glitter, small crystals. Choice is really yours. As with the charm bag, charge each item as you are putting it into your bottle so that you are layering the energy. It's often nice to seal the bottle stopper or lid with wax, to tie a ribbon around it to seal the deal, so to speak. Witches' ladders. A witch's ladder is another way of making an amulet or talisman, and with a little bit of cord magic thrown in. A witch's ladder is basically a plait with beads, feathers, charms, or herbs inserted in it to match your intent. You start off with 3 lengths of thread, wool, cord, hemp, or ribbon. It's traditional for these to be red, white, and black, but as we know, colour plays an important part in magic too, so choose colours that fit your intent. Tie the lengths together at one end and begin to plait, all the while adding your intent. If you are adding beads, you can add these in as you are plaiting. For feathers, herbs, and charms, you can push these in or sew them on after you've finished plaiting. Some people like to add knots in the ladder as they are making it to tie in the magic. There is a chant to go along with the tying of the knots, but I am not sure of the original author. By knot of 1 the spell is begun, by knot of 2 it cometh true, by knot of 3 so mote it be, by knot of 4 this power I store, by knot of 5 the spell's alive, by knot of 6 this spell I fix, by knot of 7 events are leven, by knot of 8 it will be fate, by knot of 9 what's done is mine. Homework. 1. If you were creating a magical object to protect against negativity, would you be making an amulet or a talisman? 2. If you were creating a magical object to bring you abundance, would you making an amulet or a talisman? 3. Do you currently wear a piece of jewellery or other object for a specific purpose, i.e. for protection, luck, etc.? And 4. Make all 3 items mentioned in the lesson material with an intent of your choice for each. That is a charm bag, a witch bottle, and a witch ladder. Describe the process in detail from deciding the intent through to the finished item. What items did you use, why, and how you made them? And please include photographs. Homework for each lesson should be emailed to your mentor, Ness or Heather, support@kitchenwitchhearth.net. For further study, there is Kitchen Witch YouTube Spells playlist. There is Rachel's YouTube Working Magic playlist, Kitchen Witch blog Magic tab, and Rachel's blog Spells and Charms tab.